One of the things that stuck with me was the absence of ears, and this was an observation that came up when Nadir and I looked at it a few weeks ago. And part of the reason why that spoke to me and the way her head is tilted and for her to still be singing was, personally, I've been moving through this season of feeling like not enough. And I think some of that is coming back from years of maybe what I've heard for decades, right? And a lot of people don't think that about me because I walk around, I navigate very confidently, and I help other people navigate their lives very confidently, but recently there's been this seed of not enough, like that I'm not far enough in my career, I'm not enough, in just different arenas, in relationships. And so I've been really dealing with that sometimes you just need to turn it off and not listen and make your ears kind of disappear, so to speak, so that you can focus on what's ahead and what's true for your life. I also recently made the decision that I'm not going to put my life on hold for anyone, blood or no blood, and including this little nugget too. I think as moms, we have a tendency to be the mama and not be ourselves, and so then that becomes our title. That's all we do. I do this because I'm the mom, or I'm a mom, and so I have to, I put a lot of dreams on hold because of that and for others. So I'll check off my to-do list, but at the very bottom of the list, there's one thing that I didn't get to, and almost 99% of the time, it's something that has to do with me, whether it has to do with building Natural Beautiful Me, which is a company I founded in 2011, and it's a brilliant idea, and wonderful things can happen with that company, but because I keep putting it last on the list, it's not going it's not maximizing its potential, and neither am I. I feel refreshed and like, okay, now that I know that I don't know what's next, I'm open to receive what's happening next. And I can sing again. That's what I want to do, is be this, keep my head to the sky and in reverence and being able to move forward and be the example that I need to be for Boom. And really, she teaches me more than I teach her on a daily basis, just with her frank wisdom. And so I'll give you an example. One morning, she was asking what my day was going to look like, and I told her where I was going. And when I mentioned one of my jobs, she goes, and I was like, yeah, I feel that way sometimes too. And so as I was brushing her hair, she looked at me in the mirror and she said, why don't you just be brave and quit and have courage to do what makes you happy? She's 8. That feels like I should be telling her that, but she told me that, and it's true. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that has that dialogue, and I don't expect you to admit that here tonight. But I do want to share with you a quote from a friend of mine. Her name is Ronna Renee. We've been on a board together, and she was in a recent Chattanooga magazine, and she says that oftentimes we listen to what people tell us we were supposed to do. So we go and get a certain kind of education to get a certain kind of job, and then we stay in that job for however many years and decades because somebody else told us that that's what they think we should be doing. And she was like, and you know what you need to do is figure out, what do you want to experience next? What's your next experience? And then move towards that. It's not about building a resume. It's not about moving up the corporate ladder. It's about, what do I want my next experience in life to look like? And then pursue that. And I've been between both. I love what she said. I wish somebody had told me that 10 years ago, had said, what do you want to experience? And right now, if you ask me, I want to read, write, and travel the world. If I could get paid to do that and have adventures with Boom, that'd be great. And then she and I have been talking about another dream of getting a mint green tandem bike with a cooler on the back and sell lemonade and popsicles on the beach for 2 years. And that's what we do. That's how we live. That's what you want to do? Yeah. I really want to figure out what my next experience is, and I'm not going to figure out that next experience by thinking I'm not enough. I have what it takes, and I want to move into that. Did anyone's initial opinion or reaction to this piece change over the last few minutes? How?
I was thinking, could I possibly flip that around and say, when you said eyes are the windows of the soul, instead of me thinking about what has been taken out, I started thinking about what is she ready to take in? Just thinking about the fact that I once permed my hair, that's the smooth part, and then I went natural and said, hey, I like this. You know, this is me, this is who I am, I can rock this, I want my ever. So that textured side of her and opening that window to allow new things in, and then that polished side of her could be that part where the society expects you to be you this and that, like you were talking about earlier, that closed window part that is not letting anything else in.
It looks like from the way it's presented, how it's sitting right here facing us, you can only see her smooth side. You can't see her, what we call the rough side.
Yeah.
She's putting her best face forward. So.
I don't know, I see struggle and just like comparing it, because I actually did like a painting where it was like two different sides. So maybe the left side is like how it is on the inside, kind of like there, because you have to kind of like live up to everyone else's standards. And with her mouth being open, I just see like needing help. Okay, that's what I see.
Very interesting that the top of her head is not as rounded out as I picture, as everybody else's head looks rounded out in here. So it's sort of like, and that's not weird. It's the fact that it's not as rounded out. It's like something's just kind of cut short and missing. And I always believe that there's a part of consciousness that just sits right there in your brain, and it's sort of like, since it's just so cut short and her eyes are so hollow and her mouth is so hollow, that's what it sort of looks like nowadays when people are just like, I call it McDonald's mode, where, you know, it's like, how in the world is Donald Trump on that stage? It's like, are we all in McDonald's mode? Is that how he got there? So it's just like, she just kind of...
She's like missing the top of her head, and I don't actually have a reaction to that other than kind of what you said. That's weird. Like, that's, why is she not complete? What's missing? And so with the emptiness, if I wanted to read into it, I was thinking, I mean, just even an emptying of the mind. To deal with pain, we sometimes just try to not think, not accept, not receive, not, see anymore, not hear anymore. Just live in our own little world.
My connection to this piece wasn't a happy feeling. I got a more sorrowful energy from it, and really heavy. And so maybe in a different season I would have connected to a different piece, but right now it seemed to communicate sort of some of the feelings that I'm processing as well. So the idea of taking a deep breath is interesting. I cannot sing. If I sang, I would clear this entire museum, all of it. But taking a deep breath and inside of that breath, a step back to reflect. Thinking through which face I have forward. You said that right? About putting the best face forward. Is it not just the best face, but the most authentic face forward, the truest face, the one that communicates very clearly